The Young and the Restless Spoilers. You guys, I am deceased. Stop what you are doing right now. Cancel your plans. Ignore your boss. Because I am literally shaking and we need to talk about this now. It is Tuesday. It is a beautiful, chaotic day. And my soul has actually left my body. I am filming this while running errands, dodging shopping carts. But I just had to jump on here and vent. Because my brain is genuinely short-circuiting. Okay, besties. We seriously need to unpack the absolute cinematic mayhem that just went down on The Young and the Restless because I am personally offended, totally unwell, and completely living for the sheer audacity of this plotline. We are not just watching a show anymore, we are invested in the highest stakes psychological thriller of our generation. I am talking about Sally Spectra, Adam Newman, and the ghost of baby Ava. Grab your emotional support water bottles, because the tea is scalding, it is spilling everywhere, and I am legitimately hyperventilating, just trying to process the magnitude of what we just witnessed. Send help. My soul has actually left my body. Wait, backtrack for a second, I missed a step. Let's rewind to the absolute genesis of this trauma. For months, we have all been operating under the devastating assumption that Sally and Adam's baby, sweet little Ava, tragically passed away. We watched Sally completely shatter into a million pieces. We watched her spiral. We watched her mourn. We watched her try to piece her life back together while dealing with the corporate mess of Newman Media and Billy Abbott's nonsense. But through it all, there was this lingering, gnawing feeling in Sally's gut. A mother's intuition is a very real, very terrifying thing, and Sally straight up refused to accept the official narrative. She has been walking around Genoa City with this heavy, invisible crown of grief, but underneath it, she basically knew something was fundamentally wrong. She genuinely believed Ava was still alive, and that someone had orchestrated the most sinister kidnapping in soap history. And who did her maternal compass point to? Who was the prime suspect in her mind? Adam freaking Newman. Bestie, be for real right now, are we even surprised? Adam has always been the king of the dark side, the black sheep who thrives in the shadows. But this is a whole new level of unhinged villainy. Sally looked at the man who was supposed to be grieving alongside her, the father of her child, and realized something bone-chilling. He wasn't sad. When they were told their baby was gone, Adam's reaction was terrifyingly blank. He didn't shed the tears a grieving father should shed. He didn't break down. He was cold, calculating, and completely devoid of the soul-crushing agony that was literally consuming Sally alive. I mean, I am literally shaking just thinking about it. How do you look at the love of your life, watch her world implode, and just stand there like an emotionless statue? That lack of grief was the massive, glaring red flag that triggered Sally's suspicion. She looked into Adam's eyes and didn't see a mourning father. She saw a man who was hiding the most catastrophic secret imaginable. They are officially on my do not perceive list. I am so done with the Newman men and their toxic, manipulative games. But Sally? Oh, Sally did not just sit back and cry. She took that suspicion, weaponized her grief, and marched straight to the police. Did I say that yet? Ugh, my brain is mush. Moving on, yes, Sally actually went to the cops. She went to the Genoa City Police Department and formally pointed the finger at Adam Newman. She basically told them, my baby is alive, and the man who claims to love me is the one who took her. Can we just take a moment to scream into a pillow over the sheer bravery of that move? Going up against a Newman is corporate suicide, but going up against Adam when he is in his dark, twisted, spider era, that is life-threatening. But Sally didn't care. She laid it all out for the detectives, detailing every single weird micro-expression Adam had, every moment he lacked empathy, every secret trip he took. And you guys, the police actually listened. For once in the history of this show, the GCPD did not fumble the bag. They secretly placed Adam under intense surveillance. They started tailing his every move, tracking his car, monitoring his burner phones, and watching him like a hawk. We're talking full-blown, high-stakes stakeout energy. I was mid-skincare and smeared charcoal mask all over the rug when they showed the cops sitting in those unmarked cars, sipping cold coffee, just waiting for Adam to slip up. And of course, because Adam is a chaotic mastermind who always thinks he is 10 steps ahead of everyone else, he had no idea he was being watched. He thought he was untouchable. He thought he had successfully manipulated the entire narrative. Wait, I'm glitching. Okay, back to the main event. The surveillance led the police to something so bizarre and so creepy that I literally had to yeet my phone across the room. Adam wasn't just going to the Newman Ranch or the GCAC. He was making secret, late-night trips to a hidden property. A special, undisclosed house completely off the grid. A house that no one, not even Victor Newman, knew about. What in the psychological thriller is going on here? Why does this man have a secret house? And don't even get me started on the vibes of this house. It was giving major haunted mansion meets high-tech fortress. It was secluded, it was dark, and it was the perfect place to hide a world-shattering secret. The police watched him enter this house night after night, staying for hours, bringing in supplies that definitely were not meant for a single billionaire bachelor. The tension was building so much that I was physically vibrating on my couch. You could just feel that the climax of this storyline was about to explode and take all of us down with it. Then came the night of the raid. Stop what you are doing and visualize this with me. The sky was pitch black. It was probably raining because it's always raining during a dramatic climax, and the police cars rolled up to Adam's secret house with their headlights off. Total stealth mode. They surrounded the perimeter, weapons drawn, flashlights cutting through the darkness. The sheer cinematic mayhem of this scene deserves an Emmy, an Oscar, and a Nobel Peace Prize because I was genuinely holding my breath. They breached the door, bam, kicking it open and swarming the house. Adam was inside, and you guys, the look on his face when the cops flooded his secret sanctuary? It was a mixture of pure shock and that classic Adam Newman arrogant rage. But the cops didn't even give him a second to spin a lie. They pushed past him, searching room by room, their flashlights illuminating this weirdly domestic setup in the middle of nowhere. And then, oh my god, I am crying just talking about it. They found a nursery. A fully furnished, perfectly decorated nursery hidden in the depths of this secret house. And inside that nursery, a baby girl. I am literally shaking. They found a baby girl. The police immediately swooped in, securing the child, while other officers grabbed Adam. They didn't read him his rights politely. They slammed him against the wall and slapped those cold metal handcuffs on his wrists. The visual of Adam Newman, the untouchable rogue, being perp-walked out of his own secret house in handcuffs, while a police officer carried a tiny, blanket-wrapped baby out the front door. It was iconic. It was devastating. It was everything. They shoved him into the back of a squad car and hauled him straight to the station. Meanwhile, Sally is probably at home, completely unaware that her entire universe is about to shift on its axis. Her phone rings. It's the GCPD. They don't give her details over the phone because obviously, we need the dramatic in-person reveal. They just tell her she needs to get down to the precinct immediately. Do you know how fast my heart was beating? I was pacing my living room, screaming at the TV, telling Sally to drive faster. Wait, backtrack for a second, I missed a step. I have to talk about the lighting in the police station. Why is it always so fluorescent and depressing? It just adds to the existential dread. Anyway, Sally walks into the precinct, and she is a nervous wreck. She is looking around, her eyes wide, her hands shaking. She sees Adam in the interrogation room through the two-way glass, sitting there in his handcuffs, looking like the absolute villain he is. But the detective doesn't take her to Adam. The detective gently guides her down the hall to a quiet, secure room, which is honestly so unhinged because the suspense was literally killing me. The detective opens the door, and there is a female officer holding a baby. The baby girl they found in Adam's secret house. The detective turns to Sally, his voice deadpan but heavy with the weight of the universe, and asks the question that shattered my entire existence. Is this Ava? Bestie. The way Sally collapsed. The way she didn't even need to speak. She just looked at that tiny face, and every single ounce of suppressed grief, every moment of maternal agony, every sleepless night she spent believing her baby was out there, it all just erupted. Sally burst into tears. But it wasn't just crying. It was a guttural, soul-deep sob that ripped through the screen and punched me right in the chest. She fell to her knees, her hands covering her mouth, the tears streaming down her face as she looked at the child she was told was dead. It was giving major, I cannot even energy, but in the most heartbreaking, emotionally devastating way possible. She knew. A mother always knows. That was her baby. That was Ava. Adam had faked the death, stolen their child, and hidden her away in a secret house while watching Sally mourn. How sick, how twisted, how absolutely irredeemable do you have to be to do that to the woman you claim to love? I am calling it right now. The villain arc is about to go nuclear, manifesting a total dumpster fire by the next update, because when Victor Newman finds out that his son kidnapped his own grandchild and got arrested, when Billy Abbott finds out that the woman he is currently dealing with just found her presumed dead baby, the fallout is going to be astronomical. Adam is going to need a miracle to survive the wrath of Sally Spectra, let alone the legal system. Did I say that yet? Ugh, my brain is mush, moving on, but seriously, how is Adam going to explain this? Is he going to claim he was protecting Ava from some unseen threat? Is he going to blame Victor? Is he going to say it was his spider persona taking over? Whatever his excuse is, I am not buying it. He is officially dead to me. You do not mess with a mother and her child. Sally's tears in that police station were the most real, raw thing I have ever seen on this show, and I am genuinely demanding justice for her. I am literally hyperventilating right now, just recapping this. I need a nap, I need a strong coffee, and I need the next episode immediately because I cannot live with this cliffhanger. The image of Sally crying over Ava is burned into my retinas. The image of Adam in handcuffs is my new phone lock screen. We are witnessing soap opera history, you guys, and I am so glad we are spiraling over it together. Wait, I'm glitching. Okay, back to the main event. Just think about the psychological damage this is going to inflict on everyone in Genoa City. Nick is already in rehab, Victoria is trying to keep the peace, and now Adam has committed the ultimate betrayal. The Newman family is a literal toxic wasteland, and Sally is the lone survivor climbing out of the wreckage with her baby in her arms. I am so proud of her for going to the cops. I am so proud of her for trusting her gut. She is the ultimate survivor, and Adam is just a pathetic footnote in her epic comeback story. Okay, I have to go finish my errands before I get kicked out of this Target for screaming at my phone, but please, blow up the comments. Tell me you are as unwell as I am. Tell me you are ready to form a protective squad around Sally and Ava. I love you guys. Stay chaotic, stay invested, and I will see you in the next update when we inevitably lose our minds all over again. Bye, besties.